The studio behind the DC Universe has been going through many changes as of late, with corporate mergers, canceled projects, and certain actors wreaking havoc. The DC news is filling everyone's cups. While all this is happening, James Gunn has been debunking rumors left and right. So what's going on? Keep watching to find out all the latest news about the DC Universe. First off, is a Suicide Squad 3 in the making? When the first Suicide Squad movie was released, it grossed $746.8 million globally. It was an instant box office success, and fans loved seeing their favorite DC characters return to their screens. However, the film was not as loved by the critics as by the fans. The movie received abysmal reviews from critics, and David Ayer, who helped helm the first film, decided not to return for the second installment. When asked about the film's bad reviews, Ayer proclaimed that Suicide Squad is not my movie. In a long Twitter thread, Ayer began to explain how his cut of the original Suicide Squad movie looked nothing like the films that made it to the cinemas. He says his cut was a mature edit with a brilliant score by Stephen Price, accompanied by traditional character arcs, performances, and a solid third-act resolution. One of the original movie directors also spoke up about it, telling the audience that Ayer's cut was very militarized and serious. It was a darker film. After Ayer decided to leave the franchise, DC began looking for a new puppet master to direct a standalone sequel. That is when Gunn joined in. He boarded the franchise and began directing the second installment in the series. The second Suicide Squad served as a sequel and soft reboot without continuing too many plot points from the original movie. The second movie, The Suicide Squad, will be released worldwide in 2021. Because of the ongoing pandemic, The Suicide Squad was one of the many Warner Brothers films that got a theatrical release and streamed on HBO Max. Gunn's films only made $168 million worldwide. Despite Gunn having ideas for another Suicide Squad movie, Warner Brothers hasn't indicated whether they're looking to continue the franchise. But that isn't stopping people from speculating about who will and who won't be in the film. Rumor goes around. Recently, rumor has it that Warner Brothers is looking to bring back Will Smith's Deadshot, who did not make an appearance in Suicide Squad because of schedule conflicts. After the last film's office letdown, there's also conjecture that the studio does not want to continue with Gunn directing the franchise and wants to bring Ayer back. So, where are all these rumors coming from, and is there any truth to them? Will fans see Deadshot return in a potential Suicide Squad 3 directed by Ayer? You'll have to keep watching to find out. And while you're still here, like this video if you're enjoying it and hit the bell icon to turn on notifications. Now, let's get back to the video. Now, is Will Smith making a comeback? A DC fan on Twitter recirculated a claim from commentator Mikey Sutton about the future of the studio and its films, and the uncertainty surrounding it all. He shared that the Warner Brothers Discovery was supposedly pushing for a Suicide Squad threequel to recast Smith as Deadshot, and Ayer in the front running directing it. When James Gunn came across a tweet spreading frivolous rumors, he decided to take it upon himself to debunk them. Responding to a question about whether this rumor was true, Gunn gave a clear-cut answer, stating that it's not. Now, Gunn has been famous in the past for debunking rumors and setting the record straight about the projects he's involved with. For example, following the wave of major DC shakeups when a majority of very beloved DC shows were being canceled, fans wondered if Gunn's show Peacemaker would be cut. Fortunately, Gunn set the record straight and cleared the air regarding his show making a comeback. This has made Gunn quite a reliable source regarding DC news and updates. This means that Will Smith is likely not reprising his role as Deadshot, and Ayer won't be the one directing it. This clarification provided by Gunn seems pretty accurate, given that the rumor seemed fairly unlikely in its own right. Even though DC fans have proved themselves to be very acutely observant and dedicated when it comes to getting their way, manifesting projects and changes that seemed impossible, some battles are not yours to win. In this instance, this rumor is just fan fervor and nothing beyond that. Gunn's work in the DCEU might not be as beloved as the other directors, but he has been involved in many DC projects, and his work is still very well regarded. It seems unlikely to be erased or ignored in the next entry. With enough fan support and an impressive track record behind Gunn, it seems he's here to stay. Sorry to all the Ayer fans. They should release Ayer's cut of the first movie to make up for this. But Gunn only knows just that. Even he himself is not entirely sure about the film's direction or whether it will go back to its Ayer-centric roots. That only time will tell. Next up, could Deadshot return to the DCEU? Gunn's clarification does not necessarily mean that it's attached to Suicide Squad 3, as the studio still hasn't released any official news or even greenlit the threequel. This begs the question, could Smith ever return to the DCEU, or was Suicide Squad the only glimpse we'll ever get of the character? Fans have been requesting a reprisal of Will Smith's Deadshot, as the actor received a lot of critical appraisal for his performance in the first film, and the audiences want more of it on their screens. Could there be a surprise appearance, a spin-off, or a recasting? Since no other DC film has addressed his status since Suicide Squad in 2016, there is a possibility that he might be able to reprise his role as Floyd Lawton on another project, but that would also depend on the kind of project it would be. There was also a Deadshot solo movie in the works, but unfortunately for Deadshot fans, the project was scrapped, according to an April 2022 report. While the DCEU officially hasn't closed its doors on Deadshot, it's still unclear if DC would collaborate with the actor, given the 94th Academy Award fiasco. Yeah, we all remember when Smith slapped Chris Rock. Did not end well for Will Smith, which could cost him losing his place in the DC universe. RIP Deadshot. However, all of this is speculation, as Warner Brothers still has not made any official statement regarding this matter. So there is still hope that Deadshot might return to the DC universe, either in a spin-off series or in another upcoming DC movie. Holding out hope. In other news, is Margot Robbie returning? Gunn recently tweeted a tribute to Harley Quinn on the character's 30th anniversary and talked about how he finds it an absolute delight to write, direct, and create stories for her. In the reply, a Twitter user asked if Quinn would return for the third Suicide Squad movie, and Gunn responded with an eager yes. Margot Robbie made her debut as Harley Quinn in the first Suicide Squad movie in 2016, and her performance was very well received by critics and loved by fans. Since then, Robbie's Quinn has appeared in 2017's Justice League, the second Suicide Squad movie, and Birds of Prey in 2020. Even though DC has been undergoing major reconstructions after Justice League's theatrical failure and the cancellation of shows like Batgirl, Gunn's answer is still a firm yes regarding Quinn's return as a character. Quinn was originally the Clown Prince of Crime's love interest and sidekick, and made her debut appearance in Joker's Favor, a 1992 episode of Batman, the animated series. Quinn quickly gained enormous popularity and is now spread to the other DC media. Most of the character's versions have broken away from Joker, and some have developed romantic attachments to Poison Ivy. The character Harley Quinn is currently the subject of an animated HBO Max series that follows her exploits and jobs in the criminal underworld of Gotham City. Lady Gaga will portray Quinn outside the DC Extended Universe in the 2019 film Joker Folie à Deux. Unlike Deadshot, Harley Quinn has a lot in store for her fans. Coming in as one of the most beloved DC characters, it would be stupid to write her off in any capacity. Following the sad news of Deadshot's uncertainty in the universe, this is a pick-me-up for fans and something to look forward to. That's it for today's video, folks. Like it if you enjoyed it, and share it with your friends to let them know about recent DC news and updates. Do you think Deadshot will make a comeback? Do you think he should? Let us know in the comments below. Subscribe to keep watching more of our content, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao!